Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification casts this side of East Yorkshire. And today we've got a 1 versus 1 on Blood River. Playing on the southern side as the Chaos Space Marines, we've got Kubini. And playing on the northern side as the Witch Hunters, we've got Futomaki. Futomaki will be opening up with a melee combat squad, a couple of fire support squads, as well as a powerlifter and a repressor, and also a couple of plasma generators. And Kubini is going to go for a heretic, a chaos temple, a plasma generator, and a couple of heretics. Now, first and foremost, boys and girls, I do have to make a couple of concessions here. And that is that at the moment of recording this, it's about 11:30 in the evening, and I'm quite drunk. So, long story short, I've joined a band. It's a synth wave band. I now play bass in it, and we've been doing some band rehearsal stuff. And obviously, with all bands, as the way the rock and roll kind of works out, you cannot drink when you're performing. And so, yeah, so I've kind of misplaced my recording time, so we're here now. So I do apologise if the words are slurred or if the commentary is not as high quality as it is normally. But we're rolling for it now, baby. We've started it, and I need to get a video done for tomorrow. So we're going to go with this. Yeah, so Kubini is going to open up for Chaos Lord, which is quite a decent opening. Generally, if you're playing a Chaos Space Marine player and you've not exactly got an idea of what to go for, Chaos Lord's always good, as he's able to beat up most people. Whatever the Witch Hunters are able to throw at him, he will be able to slap around. However, the Repressor will come out with a vehicle at some point. And, you know, I mean, the Repressor doesn't do amazing damage, but it is a vehicle in Tier 1. So that is going to be a problem for the Chaos Space Marines to deal with. But like I say, it won't be exactly murdering people, although I suppose it will be able to take down a few cultists here and there if they are not too careful with their positioning. That's okay. We are seeing the... Sorry, completely... Where have you gone, Chaos Lord? You are here. Ah, right. So that will happen quite a lot in this game. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everything is blurred. But that's okay. Chaos Lord's going to come around and I assume bash some people around. Also, one thing to bear in mind as well is that the builders for the Witch Hunters are also vehicles as well. So they're going to be more resistant to any kind of harassment. And look at him. He's going to come straight in and say, I don't care about your vehicle armor. And actually, genuinely doesn't look how quickly he's able to burst that down. Absolutely stunning stuff. Repressor is out, and the Chaos Lord says no thank you to that. He's just going to continuously whack him around with his power sword. And there we go. Yep, so ignore me completely. Also got some Chaos Space Marines on the go as well. And the Arbites, they're a bit of a wet noodle. You know, they're not exactly going to be winning any kind of engagements here. Although we are seeing Futomaki go for a smoke grenade launcher on these guys, which... Smoke grenade launcher, do you do anything special? We will be doing this a couple of times in this game, I imagine. Smoke grenade launcher. You... Oh, hold on, where have you gone? Oh, you've gone inside. Screw you, then. Where are the other builders? Or units? Alright, okay, you just hide in your local headquarters. There you are. What do? You... Oh, reduce the speed of enemy troops. Okay, alright. You are all about that crowd control. Fair enough. You do you, boo. You do you. I quite like it. He's using the Repressor to maneuver these people around. Well, it's probably, I think, the first time I've actually seen on the channel someone use the Repressor to maneuver these fire support squads around. Like I said, they are quite wet noodle-ish, but if they're living inside a tank, then they take less damage. We do also have the melee combat squads over here attempting to decap this relic. Someone going for this relic over here? Oh no, the Witch Hunters have gone for it as well, so they've already got theirs, and now they're preventing the Chaos Blade from getting their own themselves. And actually, I think this might be, again, the first time I've seen the Arbites do something semi-useful. So, nice play from the perspective of Futomaki. Chaos Lord not bothering to try and chase these guys around. And the Chaos Space Marine's a bit confused here. They think we are ageless transhumans struggling against the might of the Witch Hunters. Got a second squad of Chaos Space Marines going to go for a aspiring champion. You can get that in Tier 1 in Dawn of War Unification. And I assume, have you gone for it? Armory and, yeah, plasma pistols. That is a decent opening for the Chaos player, although in saying that, that will delay the Tier 2 quite something. And with double plasma generators, in fact, going for Tier 2, so... Normally, whenever you see a player go for a double plasma generator opening, that does imply that they are keen on getting into that Tier 2. But yeah, quite like this. The Chaos Space Marines are just going to ignore all this nonsense and see if they can just do a little bit of harassment to force these guys to stay inside their base. That's a third squad of Chaos Space Marines. Is that a third? Or is that just a second but moving around? Something like that. They're doing things. And the Repressor taking barely any damage at this point. Victory countdown is on the way at the moment for Kubini. So even though he can't win this engagement at the moment, he's at least getting all the side objectives, making sure that the Witch Hunters have got to focus on that before they do any serious damage. Then again, the 6-minute timer, or should I say 7-minute when it officially started, will take them a while to crack on down. Tier 2 on the way. A second plasma generator coming out. I don't think, yeah, you've got not much in the way of economy at the moment, so I don't think taking up into Vindicators or anything like that will be on the cards for Kubini at the moment. But 8 and 10 compared to 92 and 30. So much healthier experience for Futomaki here. And he has also gone for the Inquisition drop pod. So assuming that a Inquisitor will be coming out sometime in the near future. One lonely Chaos Space Marine been left behind by the pack. Please survive. Go on, you can do it. Live for another 1,000 years. Fight that long war. There we go. Look at him go. Back with the boys. And these melee squads over here are in a bit of a sticky situation. Negative cover. Plenty of firepower coming in. But they'll be alright. They'll walk back on home. These guys have got quite a powerful stun grenade that can slow people around. Now imagine if they get their stun off and also the smoke grenades come off as well. These guys will be slowed down quite considerably. Shame that they don't have much in the way of firepower to capitalise on all that slowing stuff. And actually, Futomaki has now got this burst on here as well, so I actually got control of both the relics. So, quite the serious advantage in the early game here. At 7 minutes in, 2 listing post advantage is quite the thing. Although in saying that, Kubini has upgraded a couple of listing posts. Have you also upgraded these guys? Upgraded one. Is this one upgraded as well? No, not quite. So he's able to mitigate that lack of listing posts by upgrading stuff. Right, Inquisitor command squad on the way. Vehicle cap increase and heavy weapons research. So it seems like that we're going to see the majority of the infantry going to be these Arbites being supplemented by the vehicles of these guys. So I've said in the past that the Witch Hunters are basically Sisters of Battle Plus, but then it looks like that these guys, rather than Sisters, they're going to go for some Misters instead. Here comes the Repressor. And also one thing that the Repressor can do is that it's got a charge ability, just basically ramming its face directly into these guys. Morale being broken up with the Chaos Space Marines. And yeah, they're probably just very, very confused at the moment. This is not the standard way that things go when you're up against the Witch Hunters. Normally, they kind of just use the Arbites as capping units, and maybe they'll get a Repressor, but usually Seraphins, Sisters, a Canoness and stuff. No, we're seeing the Inquisitor command, and you've gone for a Hospitaller and a War Cherub. A War Cherub, you do damage at range, but the Hospitaller, we're going to do this again. Haha, Hospitaller, what do you do? Let me pause you for a second. You do, you increase the regeneration of nearby infantry units and protect allies with a shield of favorability. So, increases the overall durability of people nearby. That's a nice supporting kind of dudette in there. Before I've seen the players go for just a bunch of War Cherubs just to increase the overall DPS, but I suppose the Arbites do need a little bit more support to remain viable in the late game. Poor Cultist been taken out over on that side. Chaos Armory go for the Purge of the Weak and a Machine Pet as well. Not, oh right, you've gone for extra plasma generators. As I said before, if you are lacking in the blue money, you can always build more plasma generators and then focus on a vehicle-heavy composition. If you're a new player and you're not familiar with how the mid-game works, that is the general way to do it. If you're behind on map control, go for vehicles. That is generally the vibe. Here comes a Nephilim jet fighter, which is a remarkably strong aircraft. When you compare and contrast all the factions in Unification, the Witch Hunters and the Sisters, and oh god, the Russian Imperial Guard are meant to be the Tsarist Russians, but are actually just end up being Soviets. What are they called? The Restoring First Pod. They've also got quite good jet fighters as well. And they're just going to come down and smash up this listing post. Always quite hard to maintain this listing post here. Very hard to defend it, considering that people can stand here and you stand there. We can't really do much against them, because if you want to really go for it, we've got to stand in that negative cover. So, quite hard to... You quite often see on Blood River the strategic points on the Blood River itself being taken out. And this listing post... Was that the one that was upgraded as well? It was. So, that's a pain on the backside. There's Chaos Space Marines. And they're going to go for some heavy bolters, which will absolutely murder these Arbites. And already we're seeing these guys before they're even able to get inside. How many dead was that? Like, good lord, that's like a... Are you actually piled on top of each other? Not quite, but from a bird's eye view, it does seem like it. Also, this colour scheme makes me think of a superhero called Dr. Bees by Harry Partridge. Harry someone. That's a reference some of you older people will get. Dr. Bees, gosh darn it. One of the best animated things I've seen on the internet. The Inquisitor, alone in this world. And that's a lot of heavy bolters. Even the children can't stand up against. Oh gosh. Dear oh dear, that's a whole hero wipe there, sir. I mean, my goodness, my gracious. Futomaki starting off really, really strong there. And now they're in a bit of a bind. They've got some aircraft, and they've got a melee squad, and a fleet of these powerlifters. Now, the powerlifters can be turned into melee combatants, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Well, these guys have got a builder mode and a fighting mode. But I don't know if this March of the Penguins-esque fighting force can do much good, especially when some pink horrors have been brought forth. And, yeah, a couple of volleys. Is that just 2 volleys to kill one of these guys? Well, I suppose when they hit. Yeah, that is just straight 2 volleys. That's remarkable value for money there. Got the Arco Flagellants. Also got the Arco Flagellants down here. No morale on these guys. They can fight for a good length of time. Repressor's still knocking around on the side as well. Arco Flagellants really, really competent close combat squad, although they do die quite quickly when they've been focus fired. They are only infantry armour, and all this heavy bolter nonsense will cause them some issues. Might be an idea to... Oh, sorry, you can't transport them in this Chaos Rhino, because that's heresy. But wherever the Repressor is, you can transport them in that. And they are doing some stuff down here. Got the Chaos Dreadnought on the way. A little bit less diverse in the way of combat efficiency than the Defiler. But, I mean, he comes out, and he can punch things super hard. And if you get a ranged weapon like a las cannon on him, there's a little bit more of a focused combat role than your Defiler. That's quadruple Nephilim jet fighters. They're attempting to break down this machine pit. Won't stop the Dreadnought from coming out. Also losing one of them in the process. Those horrors doing some serious work. Press needs to be really careful, but with that flamer able to break the morale of those horrors, not a bad job at all. Here comes the Chaos Dreadnought. Like I say, all a smorgasbord of weapons he can get. Also can get a chain fist as well, just to double down on that close combat orientation. But that's the advantage of aircraft. They're able to reposition themselves so well. These guys start over here, fighting down on these guys. Just move their one close to them, a little bit down on this side. Can still fight that. The machine pit goes down. Arco Flagellants also bashing and crashing their way through these plasma generators. Sacrificial Circle going for a second horror squad. Not sure where the first horror squad went. Did you die? I assume you died. Oh no, you're here. You're within visual range of me. That's okay. Who's firing here? The Ghost of Christmas Past. It looks like the dead of the Arco Flagellants for... Oh, we've got a gun now. Gun in the warp. You'll love how these Sentinel powerlifters are moving in a group. How many have you got? There was a limit of 4. There is a limit of 4. There are 4. Never mind me. I can count. 14 minutes in. And the mine is already going. Clearly, I'm just sobering up at this point. We are seeing some upgrades to the economy. There was a Polar Lights of tier 3 for Futomaki. Current economy is 128 and 84 compared to 78 and 50. So the economy is still massively in favour of the Witch Hunters, but just look at this. It's just pure efficiency here. Using the Core of the Week to do more damage, although the Arco Flagellants are kind of negating that by chasing them around. Horror squads breaking things down as they can, but still, there's quadruple of Nephilim jet fighters breaking things down as best they can. Lovely use of the heavy cover as well. And the Arbites melee squad engaging one of these horror squads as best they can. Surprised that we've not seen the Curse Lord come out, although I suppose the Curse Lord... Oh, even better. The Chaos Sorcerer. Use a Chain of Torment to hem these guys in. That will then free up one of these guys to fire for a little bit. And if they can focus fire down at least one of these Arco-Flagellants, that will do them a major good stuff. Chain of Torment, like I say, being researched there. But still, it's not looking good for them. They've still got 2 listing posts down. They've also still got these relics on the side of the Witch Hunters. But remarkable stuff, considering that they are massively at disadvantage with the economy, but they're still making use of every single unit they've got in the field at the moment. Arco-Flagellant's been chained down. Like I say, it frees up one of these squads to fire as and where they can. Also, Chaos Sorcerer not terrible in close combat, using his Gandalf, you shall not pass. Knock these guys about. A little bit of crowd control there. Chaos Lord is on the field as well for close combat orientated nefarious deeds. And these horrors, they've not been beaten down too much by the melee squad of the Arbites. Here comes some deep striking stuff from the Witch Hunters. Do love that decal there. Very tasty. Whoever animated that, give that boy and or girl and or someone else a cookie. Is that an eviscerator? Hold on, let me look at you. Fantastic stuff. Just look at the model. If I can zoom out a little bit. Just amazing stuff on this guy. Familiar for the law, he comes in and murders things quite efficiently. And look at the amount of damage this one guy is doing against this Chaos Temple. Completely solo. He says, though it's not now. The moment I say it's doing no damage, why are you doing no damage? That's my question.
Death awaits.
Maybe he's just... Oh, I suppose he's mainly against Commander Infantry and Heavy Infantry. Maybe his whole shtick is to murder people rather than buildings. Here comes a Colexus Assassin. I have no idea what this guy does. In fact, hold on. Let me get an angle on him. Let's find out together. This is the theme. This is what we're doing. Oh, God, I'm not reading. Sod that. I'm not reading that. You can pause that in your spare time. I'm not reading that. He does stuff. And that's the main thing. And, well, the main thing he's doing right now is dying. So we don't need to read that. Good Lord. Unification team, sort your tooltips out. I can't be bothered to read that. Actually, you don't have to. Do your own thing. He blows up the Chaos Temple. Maybe that's why he does no damage to buildings, because he's got that ability. Here comes the Calidus Assassin. Oh, right, okay, so Futomaki, he's just going for a theme. Bring all the assassins out. Now, in fairness, I assume that he's memeing at this point. He's got the money, he's got the time, so why not just throw random shit at the wall and see what sticks? But it would have been amazing to see all of those assassins come out at the same time. Maybe even supported by these Nephilim jet fighters as well. Would have been amazing to see another Colexus Assassin. I'm still not reading it. You can't make me. I'm a grown-up, I'll do what I want. Oh, right, you deep strike him one at a time because you can only have one at a time inside the Hereticus chamber. That's fair enough. I suppose it'd be quite OP if you could deep strike all those assassins in at one time. That is something. Although for some reason, my brain went to. Now, I can't remember if it was Command and Conquer or Red Alert. But one of those games, one of the opening missions, you had the Russian spy or assassin as part of... You know when you play an RTS and the first mission is like a quasi-tutorial? And one of the first missions is you're playing as one of those Russian spies, sneaking into places and blowing things up. And it's basically a tutorial on how to select units and move things around. That's where my brain went for a brief moment in that engagement there. Fourth strategic point, been taken out again. Nephilim jet fighters now armed with twin-linked las cannons. That's double las cannon for your buff right there. Or your buck, even. Now, where's all confused? Also the normal. Being some more horror squads, and these guys really, really saving the Chaos Space Marine play here. Should say Kubini being saved. Now, if these guys can just sneak around and maybe snipe out this sacrificial circle, also wonderful placement here. You normally would see all the production buildings on the front here, as that is where the most space is. It's quite a small building, so tucked away on the side. Possible seeing that's 3 squads of horrors. And if anything, priority number one for Kubini is just stabilising that economy. What at the moment? 138 and 97 compared to 81 and 28. You see a Case Reiner and a Warp Smith just for repairing purposes, I imagine. And now they're going to start attempting to get a relic for themselves. Futomaki, he's got another local headquarters on the go. He's actually looking for more plasma generators. But surprisingly, we're not seeing any huge units at the moment. Maybe it's just the arrogance, the confidence from at the moment. He says, yeah, okay, I've got the money, I've got the time. Let's see if I can use units that aren't optimal and just have a bit of fun. Is that really the whole point of Dawn of War Unification, or any variant of Dawn of War? It comes triple horrors, I assume. Quite like this. Making sure they're able to spawn straight away. And a couple of volleys and one jet fighter is down already. Decimator will be coming out, and also Chaos Space Marines been manoeuvred around. Arco Flagellants activating some sort of ability that makes him go super speed. Comes a Decimator. Quite a nimble Dreadnought-esque unit. You can't leave him to his own device. He'll go off on his own, and he'll basically fight wherever he wants. Which basically will then split the attention of Futomaki here. And with these Arca Flagellants attempting to slap down these horrors, it does leave these guys open to fire around whatever they want. And they've now got extra heavy bolters in their ranks. They should be good to break these guys down, but the Visar coming in, and he's basically Chuck Norris kicking everyone around. Beautiful sight to see. Decimator, I assume... Oh, you've not been taken down. You just walk in. And like I say, just splitting the attention. At least these Nephilim jet fighters aren't over on this side, cracking open more things. Here comes some Mutilators, and the Mutilators will be able to absolutely throw these Arco Flagellants around like a rag doll. Assuming that these Arco Flagellants commit to the engagement, they are faster than the Mutilators. Heretic repairing the machine pit along with a Warp Smith. This one is still in the middle. That's where it wants to be. It's got a little... I quite like it's got just like a really small knife. Like a roadman from East End London. Stabbing away, and all the morale's been broken. Actually, his Chaos Space Marines are struggling against him. One-man army, but they do take him down. And there is a... What are you? You are... Oh! What were you? Were you the Cluxus man assassin person? There's someone, but you're dead now. So who cares? Another Chaos Rhino on the way. And what's the plan for you? Futomaki, you're setting the pace here. More Arco Flagellants. Not sure if they're the way forward now. We've kind of seen them break against the Chaos Space Marines like an ocean wave against the cliffs of Dover. Pardon my poetic prose there. But plenty of plasma generators here. So what are you thinking? Are you just thinking, hold out to the late game, bring out the big toys and see what you can do? It may as well. While we're here. They're still only in tier 3 as far as I'm aware. I could be wrong. Here come the Chaos Rhinos. Or the Rhino. No need for plural there, Mr. Landshark. Another squad being utterly wiped out. No drama whatsoever. Now we're going to put some pressure on this relic. Did you manage to capture the relic over yet? No, you didn't. You've managed to kill the listing post, but not quite. Capture it yourself and make use of it. Here come a couple of horrors, but right bang in the middle of the Arco Flagellants. Although, there's someone on the other side. You only really need one horror squad to do the damage. There we go. The jet fighters are done. Green nonsense being activated on the Arco Flagellants. The Mutilators looking to carve their way through this Arbites burst. Here comes another assassin, I imagine. And you are the Caldarius. Calidus, reading is hard at the best of times. Leave me alone. And just one man, and she is almost dead, but not quite. Infiltrating herself. I know I've made this comparison with her before, But if you look at the artwork for her, is that not the mistresses from Dungeon Keeper? If any of you old soldiers watching know the reference, Dungeon Keeper 1 and Dungeon Keeper 2. Controversially, I liked both of them equally as much. Would love to play it again if I had time. Maybe when I become world famous YouTuber or author. Or, I don't know, get a day job that pays for all the bills. Crazy idea, I know. Maybe I'll play it one day. But not today, gosh darn it. I've got responsibilities and bills to pay for. Oh, the muleys, they're doing a cracking job at breaking down these Arbites posts. Chains, oh, I quite like that. A chain being placed on the eviscerator. And he is just having a really bad time. Although, could kill him. Oh, he's got infiltrated, never mind me. Moving around. Got the Arbites. And using this Inquisitorial Chimera transport, or Chimera even. Yeah, I've never actually seen these guys being used in an efficient way, but look at them. It's tier 3 and they're still being effectively used. Not bad. They've now got their plasma guns. And they're actually going to kill. Will they actually win this engagement? That's remarkable. My goodness, my gracious. That is super stellar stuff. I mean, they won't win now, but like, just the fact that they're able to go toe-to-toe with a squad of obliterators, not bad for a capping unit. Just constant arc of flashbacks coming out. So look at the economy, it's 89.24 compared to 123 and 150. And that's some serious green money. Some serious green money indeed. Mounted heavy bolter turret being added on to the Arbites local headquarters. If anything, just to add to the defensive capacity. Also going to see it on this extra headquarters as well. Futomaki, Witch Hunters, I've got that victory countdown on the go. You've got this one captured over here. You've got not the middle one. So Kubini needs to decap at least one of these in the next 45 seconds. Can he do it? I hope you boys and girls are watching this. I mean, if you're watching live, you don't know how long this game lasts. But if you don't, then maximize the screen just for the excitement. Will they get this 30 seconds on the go? They've got the cultists coming down here, and I do believe that the actual capture time is just above 20 seconds, so it does seem like they might get it, but let's, for excitement purposes, let's just pretend that we don't know. Or Pope John III watches us, or whatever this guy's called. I know I've said this many a times, still cannot remember his name. With a grand total of 6 seconds to spare, Kubini manages to save himself in this game. Also get the extra decap on that critical location just in case it happens again. And Chaos have got quite a substantial unit composition here. You've got the Chaos Space Marines with helibolters to kill lightly armoured infantry. They've got the Horrors to kill the vehicles. They've got Mutilators and Obliterators somewhere on the field to do the extra bit of damage. It's not doing too bad at all. Well, the Nephilim jet fighters there. Every time the Chaos Space Marines are being bothered somewhere else, well, these guys have just come in and surgically strike anything else going on. Look what the little dance that these guys did. And oh, hold on, graphics, just done. Oh no, it's gone, isn't it? It's gone. Okay, hold up. Let me bloody reload this nonsense. Are you gonna stay? No, you're gonna fold. Never mind me. Hold on a second. Okay, and we are back. I've got no idea at what point I left when the game went all fuzzy wuzzy. But we're here now. And good lord, that took a long time to actually make work. I had to change the graphic settings twice to get to this stage. So things are happening, and this machine pit is being shot down. Maybe the decimator can come out. And he does, just in the nick of time. Good lad. Walt Smith sleeping on a job there. So it's now just this decimator alone in the world against all these last cannons. The Horrors are attempting to come over. See if they can shoot them down. While they... Oh, I remember there was some dancing. Okay, fair enough. I remember the dancing. We're here. We're back in the actual stage of the game. A lot of Chaos Space Marines over here. What are you firing at? Oh, Arcoflagellants. Never mind me. So I got about 10 minutes worth of drinking time in that session. And Good lord. Things are happening and stuff. And Decimator, he's dying. And the Nephilim jet fighters are having a grand old time. Though one goes down and needs to reposition himself somewhere else, otherwise this one will also go down. And he goes down as well. So potentially almost the entire fleet. A little bit foul and nauseous, seeing all the climate change going on here with all this darkness around these plasma generators. Horrors are now running roughshod over everything. Nothing really stopping them from doing anything. They only really got Arcoflagellants maneuvering around the map, but our Space Marines should be able to deal with that in theory. Current economy is being 138 and 29 for the Chaos Space Marines, compared to 125 and 141 for the Witch Hunters. So it's starting to even out, actually. Don't think this combination of Arcoflagellants and Jet Fighters are winning in the game. Probably could have taken up a long time ago. But, like I say, not exactly doing what it wants them to. Charging in.
6 minutes.
Eversaw doing what he does best. Chaos Sorcerer Lord. Or just Sorcerer, really. There's no Lord in him. Teleports away. The last remaining Jet Fighter attempting to do what he can. But the Chaos Barracks is down. Machine Pit is also down. Now it's only Demony Warp nonsense going on. And a replacement Obliterator squad is on the way. So yeah, the unit composition of Futomaki needs to change. Absolutely needs to change. Unless, of course, he's role-playing this and he's dedicating himself towards a combination of... Because when you think about it, right, the Flagellants and the Assassins are just basically a combination of humans that have been injected with way too many drugs. So maybe that's the theme he's going for. You've got to respect a thematic kind of unit composition.
5 minutes.
What was it, a little while ago? I can't remember who we saw, but it was someone playing the Blood Angels. And they exclusively went for Assault Space Marines. Just because that's the way they're meant to be played. Gosh darn it. Oh, that was a curb cast with Laughing Max. I remember it. Vaguely. Yep, they're dead. And the Jet Fighter meta continues. I suppose realistically they've done the damage. They just need to continually do the damage. But Horror's just always being inside that sacrificial circle, ready to come out and play. Which is scuppering the potential for this Jet Fighter. And still, melee Arbites being recruited from this local headquarters. Not bad at all. Don't think they'll do much. Don't think they'll do much at all, but Horror's now been brought down to one model. Will reinforce themselves there.
4 minutes.
Things just running amok in here. Space Marines aren't looking too healthy, in all fairness. They are going to rebuild their machine pit. I do think vehicles supported with those Horrors will do a mighty fine thing. Surprised I've not seen the Vindicator yet. Vindicator won't do a terrible job against these Arcoflagellants, although I suppose in saying that, the Arcoflagellants are amongst your Space Marines. Fire at these guys also hits your own troops. But friendly fire, I mean, what's friendly fire between a couple of Heretic Astartes? The Obliterators manoeuvring around, attempting to snipe out that Jet Fighter, but it narrowly survives. And there's just no change in that unit composition. Chaos Lord doing his business against these guys, putting them down one at a time.
3 minutes.
Need some supporting fire to sort them out. While they reinforce themselves. Is that a squad wipe? That is a squad wipe. Hoo-wee! Breathe a sigh of relief. Oh, never mind me. There's no sigh of relief. There's still an assassin in the base. But combined arms should bring him down. Also got that tainted Auspex there, so they can see him. Did kick out of existence there. He'll attempt to break down that desperate stronghold. But, in fact, oh dear. Chaos Lord being stabbed out. Have you been stabbed out or are you still alive? Is that just the longest kill sync known to man? Oh, not sure what happened there, but you're dead now. sliced and diced. Now in the worst position possible. Don't want someone takes a screenshot of a video that you're in and you don't look all that favourable. And, well, you know what? Yeah, just keep on doing you. Just constantly go for the same thing, and eventually you'll win, right? That's the way we're doing it. This is true attrition.
Death awaits.
The only way for the Space Marine, well, the Chaos Space Marine, should I say, to overcome this is somehow get to the next tier of economy or tech or whatever. They go for something that these guys can't possibly beat. But if they keep on keeping these guys on the back foot with this constant aggression, then they're a bit shit out of luck, really. It's what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Basically, nothing happens. I assume, anyway. So, I mean, let's get mathematical for a second, right? I assume that question implies, well, I mean, if we think about it from a maths perspective, right? Like, -5 + 5 = 0, right? So surely an unstoppable object and a immovable force just means that they just, you know, don't do anything. I think. Maybe. Probably misunderstanding that question in some way, shape or form. But then again, it is now officially, if I look at my clock, it's now 8 minutes past 12. And I will be suffering greatly. There's a sleep deficit on my way. Thankfully, there's only one more day at work. But tomorrow at work, it's going to suck major backside.
Death awaits.
So if you're watching this, currently skiving at work, I know a couple of you guys should be doing work, but actually you're watching these videos. Just think of me in the middle of a lesson teaching. With 0 sleep possible. Comes more assassins, doing more things. And the Chaos Space Marines, if they were just given maybe 60 seconds of time to get some economy on the go. I mean, how much have you got saved up? You've got a little bit. But then again, if you spend all your money on taking up into tier 4, then you can't reinforce. So that's a problem. That's a problem indeed. Is this the point where you get turrets? Because if you know that the Witch Hunters aren't going to go for anything special, do you build up a bunch of turrets in here just to... I mean, we saw the other day, I mean, I know we've done a back-to-back of Blood River, but we saw Prophet D build up a couple of turrets inside this trifecta of Listening Post. And that did them fairly well. So maybe that is the way forward here. Again, as much as it pains me to say, because I don't like turrets in the late game, but who knows? Maybe that is the wicked combination to do. Got Obliterate. I do quite like their voice acting in this. It's quite a dark kind of timbre that voice actor brings to the table. By the by, shout out again to all the voice actors and, to be honest, everyone in general who makes this mod the way it works. Not only from a gameplay perspective, but you know, visually and sonically, all those things do come together to make a conglomerate of awesomeness. Some cultists on the way out. Ah, cultists, is that the way? They're cheap. What, 80 to bring forth? 20 to reinforce? Bring a bunch of grenade launchers on them. That will knock around the melee squads of those Arco-Flagellants. It might be the game of the capping units. To be fair, not sure what you do. I'm not going to bother opening the menu up just to risk reading another wall of text. Still, focusing down that machine pit once again. More of the Flagellants coming over. Purge the Weak being activated to bring down these guys. Swifter resolve. At this point, do you just build like 4 of these Order Hereticus chambers just so you can deep strike all 4 assassins at the same time? Here comes a Forge Fiend though, managed to get out just in the nick of time from that machine cult, and like I say, if the Chaos Spaceman plate is able to get bigger and badder things on, every single thing they can get. And do still have your warp smith. You do, so you will be able to repair these things. No matter you are a demon. Can the warp smith repair this thing if it's technically a demon and not a vehicle? I don't think so. Could be an idea. We've not seen the Fawn Princess at the moment. We've also not seen Carius, whatever that mage's face is called, where he's able to bring a dog and an Eldar person and also his own temporary Bloodthirster. But yep, defending with that Forge Fiend. And actually, you don't regen health, so I'm assuming you can be repaired. Blue horrors replacing the pink. Some of them have died. They're doing here somewhere. Turning everyone into mincemeat. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to swap over to the Witch Hunters, otherwise we won't be able to see the assassins going about their wicked and foul business. Chaos Temple coming forth. Terminators, maybe? Will they withstand the pressure? That being said, the blue money for the Witch Hunters is fading, and a lot of the unit composition is based on blue money to keep those Arco Flagellants on the go. 195 and 60 to keep them being reinforced. And at this point, we can't see it because the Arbites Post does cover the... Oh, let me have it. You're not familiar. The enlisting post all have these things, the little lights tell you what state of decay that they're in. Red means that you're getting the least amount of money humanly possible from them. Although, in saying that, the Chaos Space Replayer being able to recapture this doesn't mean that they've got the green lights back on. And I'll go into more detail later. Don't want to miss this engagement. There's not much of engagement, they're just taking down this Arbites Post. But look at the Arbites Post covers the lights. So Witch Hunter player has no idea what state of decay their listing posts are in. So there. Is that a design choice? I don't know. I assume it probably isn't. Or maybe it is. Maybe there's an additional layer of strategy that we have not taken into account here, boys and girls. The assault continues. There was a listing post here, and now there is not. A Chaos Chaos Lord is attempting to come back out. But he's expensive. What? 220 and 50. I assume another Forge... Well, you can only really get one Forge Fiend, I think. Look at that knockback, man. That's why I think the Chaos Vindicator would be a good thing. Just to keep these guys being knocked around and stuff. Although, I mean, in retrospect, the Jetfires could fly over and probably snipe out quite quickly. The Vindicator is not a tanky beast at all in any way, shape or form. But the Pizza Chaos has got its toppings on now. And a transport. Yep, the Chaos Specimens definitely do need that transport. Keep on top of these jet fighters. This Lord has managed to come out. Have you got any other upgrades? No, you've still got your basic upgrade. Not seeing any Man Reapers on that Chaos Lord at the moment. And that's fine. That's fine indeed. Good Lord. Good heavens. Heavens to Betsy. He's even got an additional vehicle facility just to get more jet fighters out. Futomaki just said, right, I've got one build order in mind. This build order requires tier 2 and tier 3, should I say, for the upgrades for the units. And that is it. No more units possible. I point blank refuse to develop my unit composition any further. I gotta respect it. Oh, there's a Demon Prince. Not a bad show at all. There's a lot of AoE damage. Also sneaking down a cheeky... whatchamacallit, secret, I don't know, crumpet of skulls, I guess. Whatever you call it. Just in case any stealthy dudes come across. That's fair enough. He's on a mission on his own. He's going to go around the side where no one notices him. And do Nephilim Jetfires do damage against demons? Probably do. I mean, all things do damage to all things, but... Witch Hunter, surprisingly, we're not seeing much in the way of anti-demon stuff. But we've got the firepower coming in. Fair bit of damage against Demon Prince. Attempting to break down that Sororita's vehicle facility. And I think the main idea at the moment is... Okay, he's got plenty of green money and plenty of blue money. But those Arbites bursts, surely at the moment, must be decayed, so if you could break those down, that will massively reduce the blue money income. And Chaos, they're making their way on in. They're attacking on all sides here, all guns are blazing. And the Flagellants on their own, without any kind of support. Oh, we've got a Incarcerator. You do a good amount of damage against whatever you fire up against. Can this one unit turn the tide? Does seem to push these guys all the way back. Not bad at all. Blade Race falling back. Forge Fiend gets some shots in. Yeah, I don't think it can be repaired, otherwise Kubini would have done it by now. More mutilators along the way. Seen the machine pit, been bugged out. And the Incarcerator. Are you doing anything? They're just kind of chilling out. I do quite like how they've got a pink core in there, using the power of Chaos against themselves. It's a taste of their own medicine. These guys are attempting to reposition themselves as all these assassins go about their business. There we go. A couple of assassins, wombo comboing together, much more efficient than just the one. We've got stuff going on over here. Demon Prince has been killed, but the Mutilators have been summoned into the base, and they will be destroying things. So, do the Witch Hunters come back and deal with them, or do they continue the push on over? Chaos Sorcerer's back on the field. Also good at detecting infiltrated units, so ideal to keep those assassins on the back foot. They're dead. Horrors. Oh my goodness. Break your friend out. Oh no, they've got Terry. They've got Johnson, or whatever kind of name a horror would have. But they're not doing that much damage against him. He's actually taking out a few of their number. Can I? And, like, just bear in mind, map awareness, things are happening over here, but I want to see this duel. Are they going to win? I don't think they are. I think, yeah, the Incarcerator just basically beating these guys down with a member of their own unit. Oh, go on, survive. Oh, boo. Stale boo from the Obliterators. Mind you, the Horrors are killed, so even with assistance, Incarcerator. What a duel right there. And actually, they've now lost a vehicle facility, so less jet fighters will be able to be reinforced here. Bit same amount, but not as quick. And they're just inside the base. 2 listing posts down. Still good economies go. Still good economies there. 85 and 86 compared to 77 and 33. Definitely jet fighters have managed to kill a fair few things as well, so it's a proper base trade now. Desperate times for desperate minds. Arca Flagellants being shot down relatively quickly. But if they can tie these guys up and rely on the Arbites local headquarters to get that additional damage incoming, it won't do them a bad shout whatsoever. Jet fighters now alone to cause whatever havoc they may. A Viscera of Eversol, God, that's a hard word to say. Punching things and stuff. And Chaos deciding to forego the base trade to come back and defend stuff. Good lord, this is just... These guys got nothing left. The economy is low. The army presence for both factions are also relatively low as well. Just the desperate slogs of 2 dying armies going toe-to-toe with each other. Arca Flagellant still the mainstay of combat here. And plasma generators going down left and right. Listing post attempting to be rebuilt by that Warpsmith. Does a damn fine job at building stuff up there. Remarkably quick build speed. jet fighters continue, also being reinforced by more lads coming over. And it does seem that just by sheer, how would one say it? Just by sheer, I don't care what strategy you're going to go for. I like my units the way they are. And I point blank refuse to do anything else. Sod you. And sod the Chaos Rhino you came driving in on. We'll do this until I win. And he seems to be on. And those melee combat squads still knocking around. And we've got some angry Polish going on there. That's how you know it's Polish, when the curver comes out. Bobia curver. I've seen that meme. With a little mouse or small bear or whatever you call that animal. You know the meme, and if you don't, you don't. Right, this is the point where I would normally do a summarization. However, it's past my bedtime, and I'm quite drunk, so you're not getting any summary from me. Things happened, people died, and that is all you need to know. So, so cheers for watching back at home, and if you want to support the channel, have a look at the old Patreon. £1 a month gets you once a game a week, and there is also Discord, where Discord things happen. Links in the description as always. My name's been Mr. Landshark. Pleasure as always, never short. Now, I'll see you in a bit. Peace.